Jeopardy!
Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 3 of Jeopardy! I'm your host, Andrew Bensch. Let me introduce today's contestants. On the far right we have Mr. Woffington, a 10th grade world history teacher here at North Hills. In the middle we have Mrs. Naccarelli, an AP US history and government teacher here at North Hills. And on the far left we have Mr. Keenan, our returning champion, who's going to take on these two newcomers today. Thank you, Olav. Thank you guys for being here. We'll get right into the round. Our categories are AAA. All the answers will have 3 A's in them. 80s hits, geography, notice the E in quotations, sitcom spin-offs, misquoted, and ancient history. Mr. Keenan, you have the board.
We'll do 80s hits for 400.
In 1984, this group of all-stars tried to make things better with Do They Know It's Christmas?
It's before my time.
No guesses? The correct answer is, what is Band-Aid?
Okay.
Never even heard of Band-Aid.
Like
Mr. Keenan, you still have the board.
Oh, let's not embarrass ourselves. Let's do ancient history for 400.
More embarrassing.
In 337 AD, this first Christian Roman emperor abolished crucifixion as a form of execution.
Good pick.
Mr. Keenan?
Who is Emperor Constantine?
That is correct.
Wow. Good work, Mr. King.
You still have the board.
Sitcom spin-offs for 600.
Mork and Mindy, name the original show. Miss Naccarelli?
What is Happy Days?
That is correct.
Really nice work.
Miss Naccarelli, you have the board.
I guess we'll stay with sitcom spinoffs for 400.
Three's a Crowd. Mr. Woffington?
What is Three's Company?
That is correct. You now have the board.
Let's go with sitcom spin-offs for 800.
Maude. Mr. Woffington?
What is All in the Family?
That is correct.
Let's go with sitcom spin-offs for 1,000.
Frasier. Mr. Keenan?
What is Cheers?
That is correct. You have the board again.
Let's do 80s hits for 200.
In 1988, the Beach Boys had a #1 hit with this song from the Tom Cruise movie Cocktail. No guesses?
No.
Nothing.
What is Kokomo?
This is not my 80s music.
You have the board again.
Let's try 80s music 600.
The group that finished the 80s as Starship first took off in the 60s under this name. Mr. Keenan?
What is Jefferson Airplane?
That is correct.
80s hits 800.
One of 2 #1 songs of 1981 with eyes in the title. No guesses.
I think I know it, but I'm not gonna.
The correct answer, you could have said Betty Davis Eyes or
Davis Eyes.
Private Eyes. Still have the board.
Geography for 2.
It has a 440-mile border with Colombia. Mr. Keenan?
What is Ecuador?
That is correct.
You spent that one.
Geography for 4.
This body of water separates Great Britain and France. Mr. Woffington?
What is the English Channel?
That is correct. You have the board now.
Let's go with geography for 600.
The ruins of Babylon lie on the banks of this river, the longest in Southwest Asia. Mr. Woffington?
What is the Euphrates?
That is correct.
Let's go with geography for 800.
This mythical city was thought to be made of gold. This is Naccarelli.
What is El Dorado?
That is correct. You have the board.
We'll finish geography for 1,000.
This Italian island is where Napoleon Bonaparte found himself. Mr. Woffington?
What is Elba?
That is correct.
Let's go with AAA for 200.
From the Italian word for bad air, this disease kills more than 1 million people each year. No guesses. Mr. Woffington.
What is malaria?
That is correct.
Let's go with AAA for 400.
In 1775, this island in San Francisco Bay was called the Island of Pelicans. Mr. Woffington.
What is Alcatraz?
That is correct.
That's AAA for 600.
The acquisition of this American territory was called Mrs. Naccarelli.
What is Alaska?
That is correct. It was called Seward's Folly.
AAA for 800.
Oh, that is a daily double. How much would you like to wager? You currently have 2,000.
Bet it all.
Bet it all, chicken.
Nah, no, you're right. I am chicken.
$100?
No, I'll do $500.
All right. The question is the university environment. Nope.
Oh, it's her turn.
It's my turn.
You can't buzz in.
What is academia?
That is correct. Now you are at 2,500. Where would you like to go next?
AAA for 1,000.
San Diego County is estimated to have 1 million acres of this Spanish name dense shrub growth. No guesses? The correct answer is chaparral.
That's me.
How about that?
Still have the board.
Oh. Sitcom spinoffs for 200?
Gomer Pyle, USMC. Miss Naccarelli.
Oh, what is, shoot, I just lost it.
5 seconds.
What is, the Andy Griffith Show?
That is correct.
We'll do Misquoted for 200.
Oh, all right, new category. Luke, I am your father. Mr. Keenan was a misquoted line in this Star Wars film.
What is Empire Strikes Back?
That is correct. You have the board.
Ancient history, 600.
Around 304 BC, Agathocles, the tyrant of Syracuse and king of this island, gained control of southern Italy. Mr. Keenan.
What is... Oh my God,
5 seconds.
I can't remember the island.
Goes to somebody else. No guesses?
I just got
Correct answer is, what is Sicily?
Sicily. Let's do 86, 1,000.
Christopher Cross's song Think of Laura became a hit after it was featured on this daytime soap opera. Mr. Keenan.
What is The Young and the Restless?
That is incorrect. Any more guesses?
No.
There's not very many. Actually, that's not true.
It's
The correct answer is, what is
General Hospital. I knew it was one of the big two. I guess misquoted, 400.
In this show, Beam Me Up Scotty was actually Scotty Beams Up. Mr. Keenan.
What is Star Trek?
That is correct.
Misquoted, 6.
Contrary to popular belief, Humphrey Bogart never said play it again, Sam, in this 1942 film. Mr.
What is
Woffington.
Casablanca?
That is correct. You have the board.
Misquoted for 800.
This leader said, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears. Mr. Woffington.
Who was Winston Churchill?
That is correct.
Misquoted for 1,000.
This Brooklyn Dodgers manager said, the nice guys are all over there in 7th place, not nice guys finish last. The correct answer is, who is Leo Durocher? Still have the board.
Ancient history for 800.
After destroying this African city in 146 BC, Scipio Aemilianus looked at the burning city and said, it is glorious. No guesses. The correct answer is, what is Carthage?
Makes sense.
You still have the board.
Ancient history for 1,000.
Born in China in 551 BC, this teacher and philosopher is also referred to as Confucius. Mr. Wash.
Who is Confucius?
That is correct.
Did we do all this?
Ancient history is out of play.
Yeah.
The only one left is misquoted for
Misquoted
1,000.
then.
Nope, never mind. We're done. But you know what that means. It's time for Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
All right. The category is celebrity fathers and daughters.
Okay.
He won a Grammy in 1959. She won 3 in the 1970s, and a song by both of them was 1991's Song and Record of the Year. The time starts now. All right. The correct answer was who is Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole. Mr. Woffington, you wagered $1, and you wrote down who are Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole. That is correct, and you gain $1. Mrs. Naccarelli, you wagered $1,000, and you started to write something and scratched it out. And that brings you down $1,000 to $1,700. Mr. Keenan, you had $1,200. You wagered $1,200. You wrote a giant question mark. That is not the right answer, so you drop down to 0. And Mr. Woffington is our new champion with $6,201. Is there anything you'd like to say, Mr. Woffington?
Too bad his former students had to cheat for him.
Win at all costs.